This is Nicholas
and Mackenzie
from 4148S, and we're going to be doing a field analysis for all the teams that haven't gotten their fields.
First thing we noticed whenever we got the mobile goals out of the box is they're actually surprisingly heavy. Like you can literally have it right here and it'll go right back. So they're not very easy to tip over, but if they do get tipped over, they're pretty easy to get set back up.
So something else we noticed with the rings and the mobile goal was that whenever you try to place it on top, you can't just place it and expect it to score. It's because of the rubber stop on top. It's actually, you have to apply some pressure for it to fall. And even if you apply more than one on top at the same time, they won't go at all until you get like 4. So you do have to be aware of that, and you do have to make a mechanism that gives it a bit of pressure and helps it in there. And then when it comes to de-scoring, it's also really hard to,
you have to like go at an angle.
You have to go at an angle in order to de-score, and same thing with scoring, it's easier if you go at an angle rather than just going on top. Alright, so from the floor to the first level is around 16 inches. So you want to keep that in mind because you don't want your robot to exceed this, because you want to be able to go under this. Because if not, if you want to go all the way across the field, you're going to have to drive all the way around instead of just driving forward, and I think that's something that's going to be really crucial. Something else is that this ladder is pretty sturdy, so I don't think you have to be worrying too much about how much your robot weighs. I think that is a factor to helping you elevate, but I don't think it really ties in for this not holding. So something else that you have to keep in mind is that the levels on the ladder, they're not perfectly round. So whether that's beneficial or a negative to your robot or to your hang, you just have to keep that in mind. They are like a rounded triangle shape, so I honestly think that can be beneficial because it can give you some grip and it can give you an advantage. Something else that you have to keep in mind, these are not any different from the mobile goals. They're not easy to score on there, so you're gonna have to find a way to hang on there and then also score these on top. But again, you need to add pressure on it for it to fall in there, because otherwise it's not gonna go in. So something else that you have to keep in mind is that the neutral wall stakes are 26 inches high. So if you want to be able to put rings on this, your robot has to at least extend to 26 inches. But what you also have to keep in mind is that this lower level, like I said earlier, is only 16 inches. So you have to find a way for your robot to be smaller than this, but still find a way to put the rings on this.
So there's not much to the rings besides the fact that they are pretty light, so you don't really need to worry about weight. But they are wide, so you're going to need to measure it.
Or you're going to have to make a way of
Let me see it.